Julien, last year before the season began, everyone was looking at the defense as the weak link. This year, before the season begins, there's been similar kind of things said. The defense is the weak link. How would you respond to that?
Well, Coach Price has a ESPN article actually on the front door of the defensive line room that ranks the defensive line as the weakest link, actually the worst defensive line in the SEC. So every single day we walk in the D-line room before meeting, it's a reminder that everybody thinks we're going to be the worst in the league, and it's just it's actually a spark to make us work hard every single day. Coach Price has a saying that great teams start with defense, and defense starts up front, and you can't have a great front without a great D-line. So it's just a reminder every single day that we need to come out and work hard and just be a great D-line for our team so we can help our team win a championship.
Here in the middle.
Julian, Zach Taylor is on 1150 in WTAW. Of course, we all know what a great season DeMontre had last year. What can you tell us? What did you learn from him, watching him, being able to go out there? Of course, you started, every game, but seeing him play and how well he did, what things did you learn from him through his play and his actions off the field as well?
Well, DeMontre was a great playmaker. He stressed to me constantly that I needed to try and make plays instead of just doing my job, and that's the main thing I learned from DeMontre. He kept on telling me that I need to try and make a play to change the game like he always did. DeMontre was always looking to make a play, whether he was running 60 yards down the field during Mississippi State to make a tackle or stripping the ball against Arkansas. He was always trying to make plays to help the team win the game. That's a role that I tried to develop during this offseason.
To the back left.
Julien, besides yourself, who do you see along the front that has the greatest potential to be one of those kind of impact guys?
Well, Kirby Ennis is probably, I want to say Kirby Ennis. I'm kind of leaning towards Alonzo. Alonzo Williams, obviously, I was injured last year, and Alonzo Williams stepped in and played a great game during the Cotton Bowl. Alonzo has been doing great this fall camp, but Kirby's also been doing great too. It's kind of hard to pick between the two, and the third is probably Gavin Stansberry. It's hard to stay one guy when all three of those guys have been working so hard, putting so much time in, listening to everything Coach Price has been saying. So it's hard to actually pick one guy.
To the back.
When you have so much turnover like you're going to have with Porter, Stewart, Spencer Neely, and Moore all gone, do y'all attack this as kind of a group, or is there someone that's kind of stepping up and kind of leading the group as a whole?
We attack this as a group. There's no really prominent leader on defenses right now. There's multiple leaders, whether it's a sophomore who played last year or a senior who's been playing for 3 years. We attacked it as a group. There's not one prominent leader like there was last year.
To the right.
Julien, what kind of impact do you feel the 4 freshmen on the D-line are going to have this year, or potentially even 5, really?
Well, the 4 freshmen are going to have a tremendous impact. They're going to come in and they're going to come in as backups. Some are going to come in as starters. They're just going to bring different talents that we don't have. Like we don't have a long, slender guy like Day, like Hall. So we're gonna have a guy like that. We're gonna have a couple of huge guys in the middle like Kirby, like we have with Justin Manning and Isaiah Golden. They're just gonna bring different pieces to the table.
Suzanne, here to the right.
Hey, Julien, how much in this defense do your responsibilities change flipping over to DeMontre, where DeMontre was last year?
Well, it's a lot more playing in space. It's a lot more dropping. It's just a lot more. I'm asked to do a lot of different things when it comes to pass rushing, not just run stopping. I'm just asked to kind of make more plays this year, and that's something that I'd like to do. I like to make more plays, so it's actually an honor for them to let me switch over to this position.
To the back, KO.
Kevin O'Connor, WTA. With so many freshmen that we're looking at and so many changes that we've seen, what do you think is going to be the biggest surprise as we're sitting there watching?
The defensive line actually doing a good job because a lot of people don't expect much from us. So I think defensive line is going to be great, and it's not going to be a surprise for me, but people at home are going to watch this Texas A&M defensive line do great things, and they're going to be surprised. So I think that's going to be a surprise.
Okay, back to the back there. Luke, hang on.
You've seen some other pretty good ends before you have a lot of success. How excited are you to get to that spot and hopefully be that next guy in line?
Well, obviously before DeMontre there was Von Miller, and I don't know who's before Von Miller, but obviously before me there are two All-Americans that have played in my spot, and I've said repeatedly I'm not trying to replace All-Americans. I'm just trying to help my team win football games, and that's if I can get an All-American status while doing that, that'd be great. But that's not really what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to help my team win football games.
Down front.
You seem like a natural at this. Did you look forward to finally visiting with us since freshmen aren't allowed to until now?
Well, I didn't really. That really didn't come to mind. I've always been articulate, so speaking in front of a mic's not really a big deal for me.
Over here, Kate.
I don't know how much you go against the ones in practice, but what have you learned about getting after Johnny? And I know you can't tackle him, but just tracking him down.
Well, Johnny Manziel is a very hard guy to tackle. Obviously, we could pull up game tape and tell that. He just tackling Johnny is even getting like within 5 yards of him is hard. Going against Jake and Sed, and I think Sed's going to be a great right tackle for us. Going against Jake and Sed is it's a great luxury to have in practice, knowing that you probably have the best pair of tackles in the NCAA, and you don't have to see those guys on Saturday. It's great.